Hi guys, simple idea here for you today. Nice easy one. When you're doing linear algebra, graphing problems, one of the common questions that they have is a real life context problem. When the examiner is looking for your levels of communication skills and your understanding of how numbers can exist in the real world as patterns. For level 1, it's always a story that's a little bit convoluted. Try not to overthink things. They are really just testing out whether you are able to understand the type of problem they're asking you. So they will typically save one question that will have a context, and I've given a simple illustration here, probably a little bit too simple. A train into town stops at 12 stations. At the first stop, 50 passengers hop on, and then each stop on the train ride, a further 22 passengers come on. Now, straight away, you should be able to look at a problem like this, see that it's in context, so that you're communicating your answer needs to be in context. So you cannot give an answer like 50, you have to say 50 passengers. Types of questions that they can ask. They can ask how many people were on the train at a particular stop, and we can use any number in a term as the nth term, and n stands for any number. So typically we'd be looking to find the pattern 50 followed by 72 followed by 94, and for you to be able to spot that there is a pattern that has jumps of 22 and a zero number. In this case, the zero number is 28 passengers. A trickier problem is to ask at what stop you get to a certain number. So, how many stops before the train will reach 200 passengers? Now, this is a problem that you can do numerically, trial and error, just keep going one at a time. But because this is part of an algebra topic, to get the credit you deserve, you need to have the formula and make the formula equal to 200. Then rearrange to solve the value of n. And you'll say, after stop number, there will be 200 passengers or more on the train. Third type of problem, they could take the context and ask you to produce it as a linear graph. In this case, the points on the graph will not be linked by a line, because it doesn't make sense to have 61 passengers halfway through stop 1 and stop 2. You'll have 50 passengers and then you'll have 72. At no stage will there be 61 passengers between the stops. And finally, a typical kind of question that they ask is they ask an open-ended question where they say, please describe what you see in the graph. And so the things we're looking for there are slope points, intersecting points, and any axes being chopped.